So I am going to call the meeting to order. And just so everybody knows, I have a cold. I don't want to share the wealth with them. We've got nurses here and people who have to, be with other people. So just to be on the safe side, I'm not spreading any germs to any of you that you might take home. So we're going to call the meeting to order. This is an opportunity, public comments, this is an opportunity for citizens to address the board on any matter. The board is not permitted to discuss or take action on any presentations made to the board. Presentations are limited to matters over which the board has authority. Speakers have up to 4 minutes or the time limit determined by the presiding officer, and each speaker must complete the speaker's form that includes the topics to be presented. And we have none tonight. We do have people in the audience, but I don't know if anybody wants to speak or if they want to wait till specific items. First, the first item on our regular session is to take the appropriate action regarding the meeting minutes from our January 18th meeting. First, does anybody have any changes or questions? And if we don't have any, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I make a motion to approve those minutes.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor, raise your hand. Okay, approved. All right, and then if nobody has any objection, I would like to move item 3 up to be discussed first. Everybody okay? No objections?
No objection.
All right, so you should have with your packet for agenda item number 3. This is part of that review that, Pam said we need to do. We haven't done in a while. So in reviewing the ordinances, the disposition of claimed animals, you'll see the current language. That's the first section that's in the ordinances today. And then the proposed changes, and the changes are in red. And so if anybody has any questions, additional language they'd like, but basically what this does is the current language says they can be placed up for adopted or euthanized. This adds that they will be made available for adoption or placed with a 501c3 rescue, and that only in cases of extreme illness, injury, aggression, the town may euthanize an animal as determined by the local rabies control authority. So, open to the floor if anybody has questions, concerns around
I like
the
the proposal.
Okay.
I do have a question.
Sure.
Would there ever be a case where we would transfer the dog animal to another shelter?
So most shelters are 501c3 organizations,
Okay.
And if they had space and were willing to do that, in today's environment, I doubt that would be a possibility because they're all so full and euthanizing every day. More than likely would be a rescue, but shelters are covered under 501c3.
Okay, yeah, that was my question.
They would be covered, yeah.
Thank you.
We have transported dogs to the humane society of North Texas.
Mm-hmm.
When you were given the go-ahead, you had people that were going to, adopt them from them.
Right.
So we had a clear path of adoption through that. So,
Just so it's covered in here and we wouldn't have that come into question.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm Chief Arata. I'm in the process on that before we move an animal or euthanize an animal. I make that decision, and I usually make it in conjunction with the chair. So I fully support these changes. I think they're appropriate and well needed. So thank you.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you.
Chief.
Appreciate the support. All right, so I will entertain a motion to approve if everybody's good with the language change.
Motion to approve
Second?
item number 3.
Second.
Okay, Deanna seconds.
Okay.
And all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Now, so we will go back to agenda item 2. And we were having conversation at the last couple of meetings about possibly making a recommendation to change the current stray hold from 3 to 5 days. Based on conversations with Chief Arata, the language change that we just made, I'm not sure that this language is required. I think the action that we took on item number 3 solidifies what will happen to an animal after the state mandated 72-hour straight hold. But open to the floor for discussion, questions, concerns, thoughts about what we do with, item number 2.
If we table this, it's still, does it still stay in the ordinance,
So we can, table it indefinitely.
right?
It will stay in the ordinance as is, 3 days. The item there will be no action tonight except to table it indefinitely. If at some point in time down the road, if we want to bring it back up, it can be brought back up.
But it'll just stay this way in the ordinance?
Correct, it'll stay 3 days.
What happens after 3 days?
After 3 days, it would follow the language that we just approved, that the animal would be made available for adoption or placed with a rescue, and that only in extreme cases would they, of injury, aggression,
Okay,
would they be euthanized.
I agree with Dan that.
So I was asked to do some research. I went back 2.5 years. 99% of our dogs get claimed by owner same day or next day. So in my professional opinion, whether it's 3, whether it's 5, I think it's a moot point. And the ones that we have adopted out, we adopt them out on day 4 or day 5. So other than Little Red, which many years ago, a few years ago, Little Red was here 2 weeks. That's the longest we've ever had to hold a dog because we weren't getting that adoption interest. It took us a little while. Others, not at all. So
Thoughts?
So B will read as is and then followed by C,
Correct.
but after the end of this time period,
Correct, the
This is-
disposition.
this is what will happen.
Correct,
Okay, I get it now.
okay.
Hey, can I ask a question, Susan?
Of course.
Who makes the determination on extreme illness, injury, or aggression?
So that would be a conversation that Brian, Chief, and I would have. There would be multiple, the determination, the recommendation would come from the rabies control officer, which is Brian,
Okay.
but there would be a conversation between Chief Brian and I before that would happen.
Is the vet involved in
and I would
that?
even be consulting.
Yeah, if it would,
Dr.
in the,
Beavis as
in the case of illness,
Yes.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because there are funds annually in the budget for us to be able to take, a dog to Trophy Club Animal Hospital for evaluation.
Okay.
I think we've only done that once,
I think just once.
yeah. Maybe twice. Okay.
He gets the bills.
Yeah.
But the other point to this that we've had discussions about, a 5-day hold pretty much guarantees that animal's going to be here over any given weekend. That does tax our volunteers. It can tax you, because our police officers are not supposed to handle any dogs or help out. They're not supposed to. So the 3-day hold, if a dog does come in on a Monday, Tuesday, then we have that capability to get them up and out for adoption even before a weekend. So
Okay. I'll entertain a motion.
I entertain a motion that we keep the verbiage as is, straight hold period on 3 days.
Okay.
1 second.
Sure.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, great. And that brings us to the end of the meeting. You guys are speeding. We did in under 10 minutes.
We're not speeding in front of the chief, all right?
And so with that, motion to adjourn.
Second.
Great. All those in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned. Thanks, guys.